Welcome to students. Today we are going to see the remaining various branches of the civil engineering. In last video lecture we have to see what is the definition, what is the engineering, next definition of civil engineering, importance of civil engineering and various branches of civil engineering such as architecture and town planning, environmental engineering, building technology and materials and geotechnical engineering. Today we have to start the next branch of the civil engineering, that is the hydraulics, water resource and irrigation engineering. Let's start. Hydraulics deal with the mechanics of the water or fluid flow. The hydraulics is nothing but it is the deals with the mechanics of the water of the flow. Then water resource engineering deals with the identification and utilization of available water resource, minimizing the loss. In the water resource engineering, we have to identify and utilize the availability of the water resource, availability water of the resources with the minimizing the or avoiding the loss. Next, surface water such as river, lake water, and groundwater are usually managed. Surface water, there are the two types of the surface water and underground surface water. Surface water such as the river, lake, pond, canal, and groundwater or under the groundwater surface is that is the well, bore and etc. We have to use this water for the drinking purpose and any other purposes. Next, this also deals with the groundwater utilization, groundwater recharge and rainwater harvesting. The, the water resource, it is also deals with the groundwater utilization, groundwater recharge and also rainwater harvesting. Next, irrigation engineering. The irrigation engineering deals with the water management for agriculture purpose. Irrigation engineering, it is a branch of the civil engineering. It is useful for the or it is utilized for the agriculture purpose. The dams are constructed at the desired location to store water in reservoir when the supply from river is good and to utilize for useful purpose during drought. Canals are built for the purpose. During excess input, water is allowed to main river through the body of dam to avoid flooding. We know that the various dams are constructed in Maharashtra, also in India. It is the advantages or it is the function of dam is to store the water and supply the water at the time of the needing or the requirement of the water, and utilize this water for the agriculture purpose, and this water are transfer or we have to supply with the help of the canal. The canal will be built up in the above the ground for the water will be supplied through river at the agriculture land. In this image we have to see the Falkirk Wheel in Scotland and also Hoover Dam in USA. This is one of the example of the canal, and the second example is the dam. Next, water management is involves in the use of the hydrologic and hydraulic principles to design. The first principle is the drainage system, detention and retention ponds, navigational waterways and floods control levees, dams and lakes. The water management it is also deals with the various principles such as the drainage system, next detention or retention of the ponds, navigational waterways and flood control levees, dams and lakes. This is an example of the water management. In this picture we have to see that the dams are constructed at the river bed for the store the more water and avoiding the flood or excess of the water, and this water we have to use at the requirement or need of the agriculture or agriculture farming purpose. Next branch is or next discipline is remote sensing and GIS. The GIS, it is nothing but the geographic information system. Then we have to see, this is the one of the new fields. It is a new technology in the civil engineering. The improvement in space technology, availability of GPS, that is a global positioning system, enhanced the scope of geographic information system. We already know the what is the importance and importance in the GPS in the our life. If we go the new cities or new location area, we have to search the our final location with the help of the GPS system. And this is the GPS system and GIS system we have to use in civil engineering field. Here we to see this in image. This is the picture are taken from the help of the GIS and GPS. Also it is the this second is the image of the GIS GPS. With the help of the GIS GPS we have to done the work or we have to change the policy of the work, and we have to speed the work, and we have to observe or we have to control the working of the construction. Next, good mapping techniques helps to get required information accurately and quickly to effectively manage and monitor the available resource for the optimal use. This type of the helping of the GIS and GPS, we have to help the required it is accurate information at the ground, and we have to done and quickly effectively to done the manage and control the or monitor the available resource and to optimal use. The GIS, it is a high-tech equivalent of map. It represents a means to locate the ourselves in relation to world around us. It deals with the measurement, mapping, monitoring and modeling of geographic information around us. The GIS is the very latest technology method where it with the help of the GIS we have to locate ourselves the relation with the world around the us, and also it is the with the help of GIS it deals with the measurement of the work, mapping of the work, monitoring and also modeling of the geographic information around us. This is one of the picture of the GIS. Here we see that this help we have to monitoring, analyzing and mapping the measurement of the work, how the done work done, how the work done, or what is the now policy we have to done in future to minimize the cost of the work and also time of the work. Next important branch of the civil engineering is the structural engineering. The structural, it is the main important design at the any type of the construction of the building, such as the public building, residential building, row houses, also road pavement design, also dams, reservoirs, canals, tunnels. At any type of the building we done the or we require the structural design of the building. Here we see that the structure, it is the assemble of two or more basic elements such as beam, slab, column, truss, frame, shelf. Structure design, it is nothing but we have to design the beam, column, slab, foundation, also truss, frame and shells. It is a deals with the requirements of considering design for limit states of collapse and serviceability. The structural design, it is a deals with the considering the design of the limits of the collapse and also serviceability of the construction. Here we seen that the various structure of the India structure of the world. This is a Burj Khalifa. This is in the Dubai country. Next it is the bridge. We have seen that with the help of the bridge we have to transport the one location to another location or one point to another point with easily and safely. Next it is another image of the Malaysia Twin Tower, or this is the Petronas. It involves the determination of support reactions, member forces, movements, deflection and deformation. In the structural design we have to done or we have to calculate the support reaction, that is the The slab is supporting with the beam supported the column, and column supported to foundation. That is, the load coming from the slab is transferred in first beam. The beam transfer the load in equally in the column, and column transfer the in downward direction the load in ground or foundation. Next, member of forces and moments and deflection and deformation. All the things are we have to done or design at the help of this structural engineering. It deals with the planning of positions, layout of different elements, and design. What is the determination of size, shape, and material of components such that safety and serviceability requirements are not sacrificed, yet economy is considered. Structural engineering also we have to deal with the various planning of the position and layout, different of the elements, and design the determination of the size and shape of the building, and also material of the components. Such that we have to main aspect is the safety of the building or stability of the building, and also serviceability requirements are not sacrificed, and yet economy is considered. The repair maintenance is the part of structural engineering. There are also dams, bridges, stadiums, auditoriums, multi-storied buildings are also analysis and designed with the help of structural engineering. In this picture, we have to see the various structural buildings. This is the building, this is the ropeway, bridge, there is the railway construction or railway design, a railway bridge. These are high-rise buildings. This is the size and shape of the building is different of the traditional building. All the structures are designed with the help of the structural engineering branch. Next important work subject or branch is in the civil engineering is surveying. Before any starting of the construction or execute of the construction, we done the surveying of the survey of the location or surveying at the site. Then what is the surveying? The activity involved in collection of topographic features of a location for future construction. We have to collecting the data or survey for the future topographic features for the location in for future construction. That is the actually execute the construction. Feasibility survey, alternate and most suitable method is the evaluator. Helps in environmental impact assessment. It is also helps the environmental impact assessment. This is the total station surveying, and this is the oldest method we have to use the surveying. That is the dumpy layer. This surveying we have to detailed study in the third module. That module we have to get more details with surveying branch. Next, what is the objectives of surveying? The execution of survey to collect topographic data, to execution of the collection of the various data such as the topographic. Next, calculation and analysis of data, plotting survey data to create design maps, to also calculation and analysis of the data and plotting the, or we have to finalize the boundary of the site or location, a boundary of the construction survey to create the design of the maps, to create the design of the structural of the building. Next, provision of line, grade, and other layout of the works. Also, we hearing the or heard it that this is the layout of the building. What is the layout? This is nothing but the compound or lining of the building we have to done, and also other layout of the works we have to done under the survey. This is the image of this total session. This is the advanced technology of the surveying. Next branch of the civil engineering is the transportation engineering. Then application of scientific approach, that is the planning, design, operation, and management of transportation systems such as roads, railway, sea, river, and air transport. The transportation, it is nothing but we have to transport, or we have to go one location to or one point to another point with the help of road, railway, air, or also waterways, or different kind of the transportation. It is it involves the planning, design, construction or operation and maintenance of transportation facility. It is the involves the planning, design, maintenance or construction and maintenance of the transportation facility. In airstrips, runways, roads and railway, the study includes the design of pavement system. At the time of the construction of the railway, roads and runways or air runways, we have to study the design of the pavement system or pavement design. The maintenance and upgradation of docks, harbor, airports, railway system based on the requirements, population growth is the part of this discipline. Also, the maintenance and the or construction of the maintenance or upgradation of the docks, harbor, airports, railway or road, it is based on the requirements of the population growth in the future. We have to any type of the transportation we have to design the future consideration almost to 20, 30 to 40 years. We have to design any kind of the transportation that is such as the road, railway or air transport, considering the future 30 to 40 years. This is the part of this discipline of the transportation engineering. Here we seen this in image. This is the rail transport, air transport, and another same image of the air transport or runways is the railway line, and this is also like the another image of the bullet train. It is a transportation deals with the transport system planning and highway material design also. At the time of the design of the road section or road construction or road pavement, we have to see, we have to design. This is the side gutter, this manhole, this is a carriageway, that is a traffic. This carriageway we have to done. Next is the curb. Next it is the shadow. This is the another hidden pipeline is that is the gas pipeline, water main line, are also electricity cables, also telephone cables, and this is the sewer. And this is the one of the picture of the transportation system, that is the road system. This is a picture of the NH4 or national highway. This is a picture of the bridge road construction of bridge road system. Here we see that this is the inside and this is the outside. Next it is the cross section of the road. We have to at the time of the design of the road we have to done the cross section of the road. This is the shoulder. Next median strip, carriageway, ditch, and this is known as the platform. Also it is the sub base, base course and subgrade. The road are the rest on the base course, and base course are the rest on the sub base and after the foundation. Next, infrastructure. The infrastructure, it is the framework of supporting system consist of roads, airports, bridge, building, park, and other amenities for the comfort of mankind. Economically, infrastructure are the structural elements that allow for production of goods and services without themselves being part of the production process. Example, roads allow the transport of raw materials and also finished products. Infrastructure, that is the meaning of the is also the one of the part of the transportation, but infrastructure we have to design the transportation 1.2 or one location to another location, that is such as with the help of road. It is the main important infrastructure system, the road system. Next, air system, rail system and tunnel system. At the economic point of view, we have to infrastructure we have to done to allow the product goods and services without themselves being the part of the production progress. and roads also they transport the raw materials and finish the products. The word of combination of infrastructure, the term came to prominence in the United States in 1980s following the publication of America in Ruins, that is Choate and Walter 1981, which initiated discussion of the nation's infrastructure crisis caused by inadequate investment and poor maintenance of public works. There is the inadequate economy investment and also minimize or less maintenance of for the public works. This infrastructure is what become from this scientist the or designers Chote and Walter in 1981. The also the infrastructure deals with the transportation such as the road network, railway network, ports and harbor, air travel and airports. Also it is a television network, next telephone network, that is the landline connections, mobile phone connections, energy sector, that is the electrification, reduction in energy loss, use of renewable energy such as solar, wind, biogas plants. Next, agriculture activity, largest economic investment, and last is the construction activity, second largest economy in India, and lifelines. We know that the India is the agriculture country. That it is the most largest economy in the world, and also after that agriculture uh, economy, the construction activity or construction industry is the second largest economy in India, and also it is the lifelines of the people. What is the impact of the infrastructure development of a country? Is increase the food production, protection from drought, famine and flood, healthy and comfortable housing facility, safe domestic and industrial water supply, safe scientific waste disposal, improvement in communication and transportation, generation of electricity from nuclear, hydel, thermal, solar or wind energy, improved wealth, prosperity, standard of living, and also overall growth of the nation. It is the most that is the GDP. This is the impact of the infrastructure development. One infrastructure development is goes that the GDP or nation is known as the successful or development countries, such as the example most famous example or most country is the America, German, Japan, also and nowadays in the China. After that, it is the fifth largest development country. We have to know the also India. Is the role of civil engineer. What is the role of civil engineer in infrastructure development? At any type of the construction of the infrastructure, we done the as a civil engineer or we done the under the civil engineer. That is the construction of roads, railway, ports, harbor, and airports also. This is a design, construction, and also maintenance. Next, construction of dams and proper utilization of water resources. Next, construction of housing, commercial and industrial complexes. That is the residential building, commercial, that is the mall, theater, amphitheater, playgrounds, stadiums, and also industrial, that is the MIDC, and also maintenance of facility. All the maintenance done by the as a civil engineer. Next, rebuilding, rehabilitation, retrofitting, and repair. These all the role are done by the as a civil engineer. This is one of the some pictures of the infrastructure. And this is the last message for the students and also the mixture of technology growth and raw rural strength, the blend of western and traditional culture. After the infrastructure development or development of the country, the we will see this type of the picture. The women are walking with the burger and coke. Okay, here we stop today. In next lecture we have to see the building materials. Thank you so much.